Hi everyone, my name is Miss Yvonne and I'm a dance teacher artist at Lincoln Center Education, and I'm so excited to have you guys dance with me today for our lesson. We're going to be discovering dancehall versus Afrobeat, focusing on the fusion of these two dance styles together, so I hope you're ready. Before we get started, here's what you'll need. Some stays. You might also want to grab some water. And then you can be wearing sneakers like me, or you can be dancing barefoot, okay? So take a second to grab what you need, and remember that you can always modify any of the movements that we're doing today to fit your body the best. So before we jump into it, let's go over our agenda. We're gonna start off first by doing a quick little warm up so we can get our bodies nice and warm and ready. After that, we're going to learn some dancehall steps and then we'll practice them. Then we'll learn some Afrobeat steps and we'll practice them. And then we're going to use those steps, put them together, and create our own fusion dance for today. I hope you're ready. I hope you're giving me some thumbs up. I'm ready to jump right into it. So let's get to our warm-up. Here we go. Just bounce it out. So we're doing our warm-up, getting ourselves ready to dance today. We're just going to tap it out right here. I'll show you guys a few moves so we can get started. We can get grooving. So now you're going to just tap your foot to the front, heel to the front. Just tapping it out. Make sure you have a nice little bounce. Keep your knees bent so you can try to ground it to the ground and just rock it out. Or even if you're not doing the lower part of the body, if you can just have a little bounce with the upper part of your body, you'll be good to go. Tap it out again on the sides. Tap it out. You got it. Keep going. Walk it over to the side. Here we go. Walk it over. Other side. Walk it over. Again. Let's do a few jumping jacks. Let's throw those in there. Here we go. Jump it out. 2, 3, 4. A few more. 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe it up. And out. One more time. Breathe it up. And out. All right, so that was our warm-up. I hope you guys are working ready to go. Let's get ready to jump to the first section for today, which is going to be dancehall. Here we go. All right, guys, so let's jump right into learning those dancehall steps. Dancehall is a dance style that comes from Jamaica, and it was created by different artists who created dance steps to go with the music of that time. So one big artist that you should definitely know is Bogle. His name is Gerald Levy. He was born Gerald Levy, but his artist name is Bogle. And he created a ton of different songs in the dancehall genre, and all of those songs have different dance steps and moves that go with them. So we're going to learn a few today. I hope you're ready. Join me here. The first one we're going to start off with is called the wave, and we kind of already did the lower part of the body, the steps when we're doing our warm-up. So to do the wave, we're going to just step forward and just tap our heel forward. That's all you need to do with the lower part of your body. Make sure your knees are somewhat bent, slightly bent. You don't want to have straight legs. So bend your knees a little bit and just tap your heel to the front. So now with the upper part of your body, we're going to be just making loose fists and bringing that arm up and over our head. Up and around, up and around, up and around. Now, with this step, we're going to focus on opposition. Opposition is when you have the opposite lower limb moving from the upper body, okay? So if I'm moving with the upper half of my body, my right arm, that means that my left foot is going to be out. If I'm moving my left arm, that means my right foot is going to be out. Opposition, okay? There you go. So let's try to put it all together here, okay? So we have the lower body with the upper body, the feet tapping forward with the heel, and the arms just coming up and over. 5, 6, 7, and we go over, and 2, and 3, and 4. Now, this dance step is called the wave, so you also want to add another element in there, which is moving your actual torso as you're doing this step and kind of giving a nice little roll and waving through. Okay, so let's try that one more time. 5, 6, 7, and wave, and wave, and wave, and wave. All right, you got it. Moving on to our next step. Step number 2 is called the willy bounce. Once again, you already did some of the footwork earlier today in our warm-up, so you're already ahead of the game. For the willy bounce, you're going to open up your legs, bend your knees, and your feet. You want to make sure you keep your toes facing forward as we tap each foot right underneath itself. Okay? That's what the lower body is doing. Tapping it out, tap it out, tap it out, tap it out. Now your upper body, we're going to be swinging our arm across and kind of hooking it. Okay? So you're going to swing and hook, swing and hook, swing and hook, swing and hook. Okay? So let's see if we can put all that together. Once again, still working with opposition. So that means that if I am tapping my left foot, I step on it, then I'm going to tap my right foot, and that means that I'm going to also bring my right arm over to the left side and give it a little hook. Okay, so try it with me. 5, 6, 7, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. All right, and that's the willy bounce. So now that leaves one more step we're going to learn today. Our third and final step for our dance hall steps is going to be skip to my loo. So skip to my loo, you want to focus on keeping a zigzag pattern, okay? This dance step moves you forward and back, but you're not walking in a straight line. You're moving in a zigzag pathway. So however you get there, it's fine as long as you keep the zigzag, okay? Now, the step is called skip to my loo, so we'll be skipping, but if you want to roll there, that's fine. If you want to hop there, that's fine. And even if you want to run there, that's fine. So make sure you stay with the music, okay? So, we're going to take a step forward in a zigzag formation. And take one step forward on a diagonal. Then we're going to take another step forward on diagonal. And then you're just going to reverse it and move backwards. Move back on the diagonal, stepping together, and then move back the other way, stepping together. So it's like you're taking a little skip. We call it skip because the music is fast, so you're not going to have all this time to kind of step and settle into place. You're going to have to move fast, okay? So try it with me. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and... Did you make it? Okay, we're going to try that one more time. It can be a little tricky at first, but once again, remember that you want to keep that zigzag pattern happening. So you're zigging and zagging forward, and then you're zigging and zagging backwards. You're zigging and zagging closer to me, and you're going to zig and zag farther away from me. Here we go. Try it again. 5, 6, 7, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and... All right, I think that was it, which means it's time to practice. So I'm going to put some music on, and we're going to try all 3 of those steps, starting off with the wave, and then doing the willy bounce, and going right into skip to my loo. If you're ready, give me a thumbs up, and let's hit these steps. Here we go. So first, just start to feel the beat with me. Get ready to do our first step, which is the wave. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, and bring your arm up and over. There you go. Hey, you got it. Willy bounce. Here we go. Nice and easy. Just tapping it out. Get ready to skip to my loo. Here we go. And skip. Keep going. Forward, then back. Forward, then back. Let's take it from the top. There you go. Wave it out. You got it. Hey, willy bounce. Here we go. Willy bounce. You got it. Swinging that arm up and over. Hey, you ready to skip? Here we go. And skip. Hey. You got it. Awesome. Alright, those are our dance hall steps. If you need to go back in the video and practice them, feel free to rewind, practice those steps, get them down, and get ready to learn some new steps because next we're doing Afrobeat. Here we go. We learned our dance hall steps, and now we're going to switch gears a little bit, hop on the flight, and go over to Africa so we can check out a couple different countries and explore a new style of dance. So this new style of dance we're going to talk about now is called Afrobeat. And it originates from different countries in Africa. It's like a modernized African music. And all the songs, similar to dancehall, all the songs have different dances that go with them. So we're going to start off first by hopping over to Nigeria and learning a dance called shaku shaku. Now you can do this dance sitting or standing up, whatever you're comfortable with. I'll show you guys the hands and the arms, and if you want to add a lower body component, you can. But to start us off, we're going to pretend like we're talking to our friend on the phone. So one of our hands is going to kind of put our thumb out and our pinky finger out and make a phone. And then the other hand is going to be a nice loose fist, okay? And you're going to pretend like you're talking on the phone. As you have your arm stretched out in front of you, you're going to talk on the phone, and then you're going to hang up, and then you're going to talk some more, and then you're going to hang up, and then you're going to talk some more, and then you're going to hang up. And that's basically shaku shaku. Now, you can do it as a whole beat, or you can even mix up the timing and make it a triplet. And I'll show you what I mean by that. So if we're going to do it as a whole beat, we would talk on the phone and hang up, and talk on the phone and hang up, and talk on the phone, then hang up, then talk on the phone, then hang up. Now, if we make it a triplet, we would speed up just a tad and do it like this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And those are basically the arms. Sometimes we get really excited when we're doing this step, so this hand shakes a little bit. You can do that too. You can add your own personality and flair onto it. All that's super fine. Now, if you want to add a lower body component onto it, I'm going to show you what that will look like now. Hold on. All right, so if you want to add a lower body component onto your shaku shaku step, all you're going to do is just lean and put your weight on one foot as you pop the heel of the other foot. So all my weight is on this foot here, and I'm only on the ball of my feet on this foot. And then when I switch my arms, when I go to cross my hand over, I'm going to switch my weight and now put all the weight on my other foot as I'm pressing onto the ball of my foot on this foot. Okay? So when we're going to put it all together, it will look like this. 1, 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's our first step, shaku shaku from Nigeria. Next, we're going to keep it moving, and we're going to go to all the way down to South Africa for our next step, which is called gwara gwara. So this step, you want to almost pretend like you're knocking your knee down, but you're not actually going to touch your knee. You're just going to kind of make a downward motion with your fist, and it's going to pretend like you're hitting down, and we're going to pretend like that's knocking your knee down. I'll show you what it looks like. So with one hand, you're going to make a fist, extend your arm, and you're going to bend, 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 bend. Okay? You're bending your elbow and your wrist and your fists are going down, 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 down. Now, with the lower half of your body, you're going to take the knee on the same side that you have your hand out on, and every time your fist comes down, you're going to also bend your knee in. So like I said, it's like you're almost hitting your knee down. Every time this hand comes down, it's like hit, hit, and that's kind of making that action happen there. So with this step, you can play around with levels, you can play around with sides. It's a lot of fun, but that's basically gwara gwara. So let's try it together. Here we go. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Other side. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. So that's gwara gwara from South Africa. And now, last but not least, we're going to hop on over to Ghana and learn a new dance step called pilolo. So pilolo is from Ghana. It's a really, really fun dance style made up by an artist. He put it to the music, and now it's like it's taking over everywhere. So the way we do this step is that it's going to travel from side to side. Similar to how when we had our dance hall step, skip to my loop, went forward and back on a zigzag pathway. This step, pilolo, is just going to travel right and left, side to side, in a straight pathway, okay? So, however you get there, whether you're walking, running, rolling, however you get there is fine. The main part of this step is the pivot, it's the turn. When you turn to go the next direction. And I'll show you what I mean by that. So when we start this step, we're actually going to start with a sharp turn, and we're going to have our hands in front of us, pretend like you're holding on to something, and whatever you're holding on to it, you're holding on to it, and you're using whatever you're holding on to turn you to the side. So I'm going to grab, and I'm going to turn myself to the side. As I turn myself to the side, I'm kicking this foot up, the foot that's closer to you, closer to the camera. I'm kicking it up, and then I'm going to take 3 steps. 1, 2, 3. Now, as you notice, this foot is in front, and this last step is actually going to be my step to get ready to turn me around the other way. Turn, and take 3 more steps. 1, 2, 3. Now we're gonna turn again. Turn. 1, 2, 3. And we're gonna go one more time. Turn. 1, 2, 3. So you're really gonna make sure that turn is nice and sharp, and then you can kind of bounce out and rock out as you're taking your steps. You can make it your own, show off your personality, but the biggest thing is that that turn is nice and sharp. So like I said before, whether you're hopping, rolling, skating, however you want to get from side to side, that's fine. But as long as that turn is nice and sharp, you're going to be doing hula. So let's try it together. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5, 6, 7, 8. Awesome. So we learned all 3 of our Afrobeat steps that we're going to learn today. So I think it's time to try to put it together. So first, we're going to do shaku shaku, which is from Nigeria. Then we're going to go down to South Africa, do some gwara gwara, then hop back and over to Ghana to do hula. So let's put on some music and try it. Here we go. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here we go. And 5, 6, 5, 6, 7. Here we go. Hey.
Baby, you can give it up to me. The plane, baby, stop teasing. Stop playing, baby, stop teasing. Your body's so tempting. You don't know you're a blessing. I'm the guy up to sauce. Baby, come give it to me.
Here we go.
Got the sauce be drippy, drippy. Too drippy, drippy. I'm saucing, I'm saucing, I'm saucing on you. Too litty, litty. Too litty, litty. I'm saucing, I'm saucing, I'm saucing on you.
Gwara gwara. Hey. Other side. Hula.
Baby, your body's driving me crazy. Be mine, come be my lady. Be mine, come be my lady. I'm way too saucy that them man.
All right, guys. Those were our Afrobeat steps. Feel free to rewind the video, practice them all again, and get ready to put it together for our fusion dance. Here we go. All right, guys, so we learned some dance hall steps and we practiced them. We learned some Afrobeat steps and we practiced those. And now we're gonna focus on combining these 2 together because they both have roots in Africa. They both have these different rhythms and stories that go along with all the songs. And also, for all these movements, there's different songs that go with the steps. So hopefully you guys start to see some similarities between these 2 different dance styles. And you'll be excited to try to put your own little fusion and mashup together. So let's first practice our combination, and then we'll talk about how we're going to do the fusion at the end. So we're going to start with our dance hall steps, starting off with the wave. You'll do 4 steps of the wave, 2, 3, 4. So we'll just do it 4 times, 2 on each side. After that, we're going to go right into our next step, which is the willy bounce, and take it over 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. After that, we'll go right this kick to my loop. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, 7 and 8. We'll do it again so you can really get into it. 6, 7, 8. Then we're going to transition over to our Afrobeat steps, starting off with shaku shaku. Reach across, then hey, reach across, then hey, reach across, then hey, reach across. Then hey, go right into your gwara gwara. 2. We'll do it on both sides. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then get ready to do your pillow. And we'll do this 4 times. 3, 4. And now it's time to create your own fusion step. So what I want you to do is pick your favorite dance step that we practiced today. Your favorite dance step that we learned today and went over. Pick your favorite, and we're going to figure out how we can add something else to it. So it might be something from one of the other steps that we learned today. It might be your own thing. That's perfectly fine. It's all about just bringing 2 different things together and fusing them together in a way so there can be a seamless connection. You're kind of creating a whole new dance step. So for today, I'm going to experiment and explore my own fusion, and I'm going to take that first step that we do in our dance called the wave. So we know the wave looks like this as you're tapping your heel forward and bring your arm up, over, and around. But I wonder what happens if maybe I change the arms. So let's see what that would look like. We're going to keep this lower half of the body with the heel stepping forward, but maybe I'll take the crossing motion from shaku shaku and go here. Hey, hey, hey. Now, we have a whole new dance step. What happened if we did the reverse? So let's see. Let's keep the upper body this time of the wave, but instead of doing the tap of the heel, let's switch our lower half of the body to the weight shifting from the shaku shaku dance. So as we're just leaning side to side like this, that's what the lower half of the body is doing. And then we can take our arm over from the wave. Yeah. So those are two different ways that we're able to fuse two steps together, and they look completely different, but they're both fusion. So I want you to take time now to try and experiment with different steps. See what you want to mix together, what feels fun, what feels cool. See what you want to kind of blend together. There's no wrong answer. Try it. You can pause the video and try a few things. You can even try my steps that I made up. And then we're going to see if we can put it all together and do the whole thing together and ending with our own fusion step. So just to go over it one more time, we're going to start with our dance hall steps. The wave first. After that, we'll go to the willy bounce. And then we'll end with skip to my loop before we hop into our Afrobeat steps. Shaku shaku, wara wara, and then ending with pilolo. And then you do your own fusion steps. So if you're ready, give me a thumbs up. And I think we're just gonna do it. I think you guys got this. All right, here we go. Let's put on some music and make magic. All right, guys, we're ready to practice now. We're going to do our Afrobeat dance hall fusion, going through our dance hall steps first, and then our Afrobeat steps, and then ending with our fusion. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, and.
I'm saucing on you.
Get into my
I'm saucing on you.
Here we go. Shaku shaku.
Your body's driving me crazy. Be come my lady. I'm way too saucy that damn man. Let me put the sauce on you. Show you what a man can do. Baby, you don't want to do. Cause the sauce be drippy, drippy. So drippy. I'm saucing on you.
There you go.
Too litty.
You got it.
I'm saucing on you. Got the sauce be drip.
All right, I hope you guys enjoyed that Afrobeat dance hall fusion. I had a ton of fun going over these steps with you guys, teaching you guys these steps, sharing a little bit about culture, and then also exploring and creating our own steps together. So I hope that you continue to explore and try new things. Feel free to match up any steps you want, create your own fusion. Most of all, keep dancing, okay? My name is Miss Yvonne, and I'm signing out.